The second part of the photosynthesis is light-independent reaction, or also known as the Calvin cycle. Calvin cycle takes place inside the stroma of the chloroplast, and the process does not use energy from the light. Instead, Calvin cycle will use energy from ATP as well as reducing agent and ADPH. Both ATP and ADPH was produced during the light-dependent reaction. This means that even though Calvin cycle does not require energy from the light, the process still takes place during daytime because it requires the product from another reaction that requires light. Next, Calvin cycle will produce a simple sugar called glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate or G3P. Now we will discuss the phases of Calvin cycle, which includes carbon fixation, reduction, and regeneration of RUBP. During carbon fixation, each carbon dioxide is fixed with a 5-carbon molecule called ribulose bisphosphate or RUBP. This reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called Rubisco and produce a 6-carbon intermediate which will split into 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. In order to generate one product, carbon fixation will occur 3 times and produce a total of 6 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. The next step is reduction. During reduction, each 3-phosphoglycerate will undergo phosphorylation to become 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Since there were 6 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate, a total of 6 ATP is required to phosphorylate 3-phosphoglycerate into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. During this process, ATP will hydrolyze into ADP. Next, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate will be reduced into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate or G3P. The reduction process is by a reducing agent called NADPH. A total of 6 NADPH was used to reduce 6,1,3-bisphosphoglycerate into 6G3P. NADPH is then oxidized to NADP+ and H+. During regeneration of RUBP, only 5 out of 6 G3P will be rearranged into 3 molecules of ribulose phosphate. This means that the one extra G3P can be removed from the Calvin cycle as a product. So here we can see that this is the reason why during carbon fixation, 3 carbon dioxide must be fixed at the same time, so that after reduction, there will be a total of 6 G3P. Since only 5 out of 6 G3P is needed in regeneration of RUBP, so the one extra G3P can be removed as a product. In the final step, 3 ATP is needed to phosphorylate ribulose phosphate into ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate or RUBP. The RUBP can be reused in the next round of Calvin cycle. Since RUBP is used and regenerated, this is why Calvin cycle is a cycle. In conclusion, in order to produce one molecule of G3P as a product of the Calvin cycle, carbon fixation needs to occur 3 times, which uses 3 carbon dioxide and 3 molecules of RUBP. A total of 9 ATP for phosphorylation and 6 NADPH for reduction process. Each carbon fixation is considered as one turn of Calvin cycle. So, to produce one product, Calvin cycle must occur 3 times simultaneously. Later on, G3P will be used in another reaction to produce a molecule of glucose.